Hello guys, and welcome once again to my YouTube channel where I share with you quality content regarding the financial markets and regarding forex trading as a whole. So in this particular video I just wanted to share with you remember I started a very interesting series, the only strategy that you need in order to make it in trading in the year 2023. If you remember, we had an analysis already. We had an analysis for volatility 75. We had an analysis, right? So in that analysis, I think I explained a lot of things, especially this side here. I explained that we're in a major downward channel, and even if we're in a major downward channel, the market always has this counter trends to the upside, or even if we are going down. So I spoke about that. After having spoken about that, the market, where was it? Where was the market? Where was the market? Right. So the market was around, it had broken below this support, right? It had broken below this support. So remember now, remember we are in a major downward channel, right? Number one. Number two, we are in a bearish market structure. If ever we are in a bearish market structure, you always know that our sales are our swing trades. Our sales are our swing trades. So if ever you look at this major downward structure, remember I spoke that I'm still targeting the market to still push further up until it gets to the bottom of this channel before maybe going up, right? So that's point number one that you need to take down. So remember, whenever you're analyzing, if ever you want your analysis to be successful, make sure that every time when you're analyzing, make sure that you jot down some of the points that you'll be seeing, some of the analysis that you'll be seeing. You have to jot down. Jotting down will help you even when you are taking your trades. So here I have so many confluences. Major downward channel, number one. Number two, my 50 EMA is above, right? Number three, we broke below this major support, right? We broke below, we retested, right? So after having seen all that, I went down to a lower time frame. Recently, just was it yesterday or day before yesterday, we actually had a trade. We actually took a certain trade. Let me make things clear for you so that you see the trade that we took. Right. Let me remove this. Hide. Let me hide some things here. Okay. So remember we broke below major support on the daily, retested here, right? So the retest there was your first high probability sell entry. You could have entered immediately upon the retest, stop loss just above your support, like that. Then as for your targets, remember when we are in a downward trend, right? When we're in a downward trend, when we are in a downward trend, the market is forming lower highs and lower lows. So meaning lower highs, lower low, right? Meaning the previous low, it has to be broken to form a lower low, right? And the previous high is never touched. The previous low, it has to be broken to create a lower low. This is a bearish market structure scenario, right? Which we are currently in. So here I look to the left, which was the previous low, was this one. This was the previous lower low, meaning if you enter from there, your target, your first major target is always the previous low, previous major low, which was this level, which was actually reached upon, I think, after 2 or 3 days of holding that sell. So after your previous major low has been reached, like touched like this, you wait now for the market to give you some new structures, because that move on its own, it's a full move coming from where it will be coming from and reaching the previous low and breaking it, creating a new low. It's actually a full move. So for example, right now, I will explain this trade at the end of the video. I hope you're still with us. So after breaking this low, That is what we call a break of structure. A break of structure is simply a continuation whereby the market will be continuing to move in the same direction. That is a break of structure. It broke this previous low. That is a break of structure. After every break of structure, we expect the market to pull back into a level of resistance, or pull back into a fair value gap, or pull back into a demand zone, into a supply zone, before continuing to go down, right? So the new low is this one. This is the new lower low. We have a low here and a lower low here. So meaning here you can actually see that the market failed to create a higher high. This was the previous high here. Previous high is here. Failed to create a higher high. Meaning we are still, the market is still obeying bearish market structure conditions, right? So I just want to go to 1 hour so that I show you some of the trade that we took, which was actually a buy. We took a buy trade. We actually took a buy trade just recently we took a buy trade. How did you take that buy trade, right? So looking here, this is the, remember, this is the sell that you could have gotten all the way to the break of structure zone here. So this one also, you could have taken this trade, this counter trend line, you could have also scaled in, break and retest, you could have also scaled in more sells up until the market reached your target, which was this zone, right? After reaching your zone, we have this counter trend line here to the downside, touch, right? So this counter trend line, I looked at it, market came, then upon the break here, upon breaking this counter trend line, I took a buy. That buy, where is my target? My target, I look to the left. Looking to the left, I'm looking at the most recent level of resistance, most recent level of resistance, most recent level of resistance, or most recent supply zone, or most recent order block. That is there, right? Most recent resistance, most recent order block, most recent fair value gap to the left, right? So you always look to the left. I think my students are in the Focus Mentorship program. They actually know that. If ever you want to be part of our Focus Mentorship program, just make sure that you contact us via our WhatsApp number that is in the description below. So without further much ado, we are just going to continue. So looking to the left, these were some of the targets that I was looking at. Looking to the left, after the break here, after the break, if ever you look to the left, right, this was a resistance, right? We also had this resistance, right? Then here we had this supply zone, or which so someone can actually call an order block. So this you could have labeled TP1, TP2, finally TP3 there. So immediately after the break here of this counter trend line, I bought here. We actually bought. I bought personally. I bought here, even though I didn't give this signal, but I really know that most of the students, they took the trade. We didn't get a chance to share this signal, so we entered there, stop loss below the zone, or stop loss just below the support zone. So my major target was basically this extreme supply zone, because I knew that the market always pushes, always pushes to extreme supply before continuing with the overall move. So after my targets were being reached, I noticed that the market, after breaking above this resistance, right, the market started to, so as the market will be moving like this, doing all this, my stop loss here was actually on break even, meaning even if it came back to take me out, I was still okay. I was still okay with that. So here, after the market started to form some new market structure here, I noticed that with some form of a counter downtrend, right? So after this counter downtrend, after the break here, in the retest, I actually gave the signal. This buy now, I actually gave it. I actually gave it in our WhatsApp group, in our Telegram group. I actually gave this buy, and the target was still this zone, and the target was actually reached. Today. The target was actually reached today. So after reaching there, remember, we are still in a major downward channel. How do we know that the downward channel has been broken? When the market breaks previous levels of, for example, this is the previous lower high, right? So if ever the market comes and breaks that lower high, to me now, that's now a shift, a total change of character. That's a chalk, which is a change of character, or a shift in market structure, which is now bullish side. But so far it hasn't happened, so meaning we are still bearish. So right now, where is our target? Remember what I said. You look to the left, look at the most extreme lowest low, which is this one. This is the lower low, which is lower than this one. This is the lower low. So this is our first target. Second target, I labeled, I identified so right now I actually gave this signal, the sell signal that is currently running. I actually gave it right now in our WhatsApp groups. I actually gave it in our WhatsApp group. So first target is this previous low. Second target, I'm targeting this third touch, first touch, second touch, third trend line touch, which is there. That would be my second target. But so far, that's the first target, second target here at the bottom. So for the entry, remember when we're analyzing, we used all the time frames that I've just mentioned, starting from the daily all the way to 1 hour. So 30-minute, 15-minute, I use that for entries. I use that for entries. For example, this entry, you could have gotten this entry straight here on the supply zone or order block, straight there, stop loss above, right? Or you could have been smart like me. You could have been smart like me to identify the counter trend that was going to the upside. For example, here, this trade. So this trade, I hope you are going to watch our next video whereby I'm going to actually show you how this trade actually worked out in our favor. So this is the counter trend to the upside, counter trend to the upside. Break here, break, it has broken here, broke, retest. So right now already we are in the sell. Already we are in the sell. My stop loss is just above. It's just above there, which is my stop loss is just above here, because this is also a supply zone. So the market, I thought maybe it was going maybe to come back here. So just in case it does come back, I know that I'm safe. I also have this small trend line to the downside, which is supporting myself. So right now we're in the sell. We are in the sell. We entered based on momentum. We entered this trade based on momentum. You could have also gotten the entry there on the supply or here on the fair value gap, moved, came back into the fair value gap. You could have gotten the sell. So first sell there, the top, second sell on the fair value gap, third sell upon the break here, break of this low here, break and retest, you could have gotten the sell. Fourth sell is the one that we are currently in right now, where you enter based on momentum after the break of this low. Your top loss here or even safe here above here. Either way, we are all both correct. So right now I also have another entry point that I'm expecting. Another entry point that I'm expecting. I have this counter trend line. I have this trend line to the upside, touch, right? So I'm saying once that trend line is, remember our target, I spoke about this low. So long the market is still in a bearish market structure, it will still continue to break the lows. So I'm expecting something like this, break and retest. So if ever, let's say it wants to shift to go to the bullish side of things, this is what is going to happen. Either it's going to come and fail to break this low. Once it fails to break this low, you see it starting to go all the way up and break the previous highest high. Once it breaks that, we know that the market is now in a bullish market structure in the long run. But so far, so long that does not happen, the market will still continue in the bearish market overall structure. So right now it's flowing. We are in profit. Where are we expecting more sales? More sales upon the break of this trend line, break, retest, more sales, target here. Once this low is broken, once that lower low is broken, we know the next target that I showed you based on the 1 hour or 4 hour time frame. So currently we're in profit. So guys, this is so interesting. This is so interesting, because our strategy, it never loses. Rarely do you lose using our strategy. We actually apply both institutional and retail trading strategies. There's no way you can lose whilst you're trading that way. So right now we are currently flowing in profit. In this current trade that we are in, the VIX 75 sell. So make sure that you like the video. Make sure you don't miss the next video, where we're going to show you that the market indeed, it moved and went all the way as we're expecting. I'll show you in the next video that the market indeed went all the way as we're expecting. So make sure these videos are going to be continuous videos that we're going. This is a series that we have actually started, that we're going to be moving with you. Each and every single video are going to be continuing based on the previous video. So this strategy, if ever you want to be part of our Focus Mentorship, feel free to send us a WhatsApp message through the number that is in the description below. And if ever you want to join our Telegram community, free Telegram community, there's a link in the description below as well. You can join us there. If ever you want to join our free WhatsApp community, contact us through via WhatsApp as well. So guys, I'm so happy and excited. We are currently flowing in profit right now as I'm talking to you. We are currently in profit. This is a trade that you can even join as well. So guys, I hope I hope we are together. Thank you for watching. Make sure you have subscribed. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you don't miss our next upcoming videos, because we are going to be continuing based on what we discussed previously. So thank you guys for watching.